welcome back to this that is becoming very irregular program. Yes, I just have been getting my vitamins because it seems I'm getting very distracted lately. So today I was thinking I want to make a first dummy from what is going to be the printed version of this comic. I haven't done the web version because usually, or at least I'm going to trust Clip Studio for the web version. Right now I'm going to work with the physical version, the printed version, and I'm using this software. It's it's kind of old, it's Scribus. Of course there are new softwares, faster, and well, I wouldn't say more precise. I honestly, it's because I got used to this. It's a lot of work to use these archives, but oh, this is why I use it. Is again maybe because I got used to this kind of software. When I was at university, at college, we had a little class that was making a magazine, and we used at that moment, I'm not gonna say the name of the program first because it's so old I don't remember the name, and secondly because it was even before Adobe Illustrator, so you can imagine how old it is. Well, I think Adobe was starting at that moment.
Mami,
Just a second. ¿Qué pasó, mi amor?
¿dónde está mi tablet?
No lo sé, mi amor, no sé dónde la hayas dejado. Probablemente la dejaste en casa de tus abuelos. I got here again. I hope. So I was explaining this is a very old software. This is not, specifically is not very old. It's semi-professional and professional, and this is at least the free version. I think there is a paid version. I haven't used it. This is the free version, but it does most of what every of this software has to do. Again, I'm not expert in this kind of design, so I can tell it's better or it's worse.
Mami, ¿dónde está el calendario?
Guardado, mi amor, porque ayer estuviste jugando demasiado con la tabla. Si te portas bien y me recoges bien toda esa basura que tienes en la sala, te doy el cargador. Okay, it's gonna be one of those days. Okay, so I'm looking here for the next. I forgot what I was explaining, sorry. Right now I'm looking for the master pages. That is where I can change everything. No, this wasn't. I can see the master pages. Well, I have totally forgotten what I was explaining. So this, oh yes, it was a bit about the newest software. I know there are few that are very easy to work with. They already have all these margins already programmed, so you only come and paste your picture, you make some basic arrangement, like putting it more to the left, to the right, bigger, smaller, or larger, because in this case we don't use bigger, we use larger images, etc. I haven't totally used them. I use it for one novel, a little novel I have there in Spanish, sorry, so I can't make the advertisement here. Well, I can, but only if you speak Spanish. So I did it. I used a software, a more modern software, one of those that you can use from internet to make this other novel.
Mami, ahorita que me gusta mi comida.
Sí, mi amor, déjame terminar esto, ¿sí? As I said, this is not gonna be a good day. Okay, so right now I'm using this. In another time, I'll try to use a little bit more of the other software, and this is what we call master pages. That is, every change I do here in these pages is going to show in all the pages I have in the comic. And actually I get off with them. So master pages. I don't want to change name.
¿Por qué mi colete es vestirlo y hay que viva?
¿Por qué qué?
Que porque mi colete es vestirlo hay que viva. No hay niño.
Porque lo tengo que planchar, mi amor. Ay, God, that patience. Okay, I was noticing one of these pages was a bit off the line. I said everything you change here, you can see. I'm gonna let this mistake go so you can see the difference, and it isn't showing here. Oh yes, because this is a right page, not the left. So left pages, as you can see now, it has moved. It's lower. So what I need to check are right pages that are the one that is it's a bit moved. That's it. I can see now the mistake. Everything is fine. So now they look fine. I'm going to make the image a bit smaller. And well, I'm using a simple plan. This is supposed to be a regular piece of paper, a regular sheet that you have on your computer to print everything in the size. Well, US letter size, because Europe, Japan, they use different sizes, but this is a regular letter, 2 pages. So when I print it, I will have a half page, half leather booklet. Bigger sizes need other design. And well, here it's always very important and very recommended that you have a piece of paper where you number these pages, because we think in each of them as an individual page, but this number 1, this first page, is going to be printed with this last page. One is the right side, the other is the behind the, I forgot the name in English. So you need to be careful with that. You will need to pay me actually, and I don't have the camera on. I don't know why I don't have the camera on. Oh, because it's not working. I don't know what happened. It used to have, or I used to have a camera here, so I don't know what happened, why it's not working with touch anymore. Well, as I was saying, usually you have a piece of, you can bring or you can pick a piece of paper, you can fold the pages in the size you want. In this case it's a regular leather, you want to make it half booklet, half leather, so you just fold the pages and you can number it 1, 2, 3, etc. and you can see now here which is 1. This is going to be page 1, and you're going to add an image. I also want to check some images from the other. Oh, right, I forgot. I need to use, supposed to have here already the image, but it's not. So I'm going to insert image frame. You can always fix the size later. The image, and now I can look for the one I want. Now this one, I'm not going to put everything because again this comic is, this doujin is not for everyone, it's 18 plus. So I'm not going to post every image. I just want you to see a little bit of how you do it, how you work with this. So I have them over here. I'm a disaster here, Da Vinci. Again, I just want to make some images to check. Oh, I don't have 1, 2, and 3. I need to upload those again. So this is not going to be here, but I can always move it. So I know 1. This is going to be 2 and 3 if I'm not mistaken. So this one is going to be over here, more or less. This is going to be 4. I'm going to fix a bit. Don't worry if it is too big. This software has these advantages that you can just write this, adjust the image to the frame or the frame to the image. In this case, I have to put the image to adjust to the frame. So you have this 5 is going to be this one. Really, I want to show you how to do it, but without my camera it's difficult. And you can say also, you can see here that the pages are going to be enough. I have here a little dummy that is about 8 pages, but this comic is about 23, 24 images. 5. Alright, this image, because I must pick that. Usually, if this were the last page, this would be the central page. This is not difficult, but it's a lot of patience and nothing else. because you need to put every image, you need to arrange them, and luckily for me this is the easy part because I already have most of the comic. I already have the margins, but usually when you don't, if you were to start with a with a new project, you would have to go to double, either single page, double side, fold for fold. Careful, this means only this fold. This is, for example, if you are going to do an illustration, a template, a poster, you use this one, single page. Double-sided is the one I'm using because I'm talking about a page that you're going to open, a letter page that you're going to fold so you can read it as a regular book. 3 and 4 folds are more for, well, this is for brochures, and this is more common for instruction booklets. That if you remember instruction booklets, nobody reads instructions, but if you have them, they're usually in a 4-fold pages. It doesn't mean you are not going to switch different sizes. What I mean, let's use this. This is a double page. I'm going to make it smaller. This is just one page because I didn't ask for more pages, but you can always add new pages. I think it was this. No. If you know how many pages they're going to be, you can go here, and if I'm not mistaken, because I have forgotten already, there was always very important and very useful, at least shows that it changes all to all document pages or to all master pages. Again, it depends a lot on your work. Apply. And okay, so anything I change in this page is going to change in every other left page. One insert page. Here you can say how many pages you want. In this case, for example, I'm again on some maths. It's a double page. Sorry, it's a letter size, letter page, but it's going to be in half. So I need to make the division 24 pages between 4, because each page is going to have 4 sides, 4 little pages. Okay, every sheet is going to have 4 pages. So 24 divided by 4, that is 6, if I didn't do it wrong. Now I have all my pages. It depends again on the size of your booklet, the size of your page, your sheet, etc. If you are lucky to use a double letter printer and a double letter sheet, of course you can do this bigger and it will be marked. But in this case, I'm only using this. Here you have the ruler, so you can arrange them. Let's suppose that is going to be a smaller booklet, not just a regular half page one. I would do something like this. I'm not making the measurements right now. I just want to have to show how to use it. You need to remember what we had on bleed in comics. Well, you have bleeds here too. Then again, this blue line is supposed to be the printing area. anything you draw here is going to be printed. The red, or all this emptiness, is something you are not going to use, because when you cut the book, it's probably going to get lost. Also, unless you want to deal with your printing hardware and software, the computer automatically won't print anything in that area. So it's on you. I'm giving this space for bleeding, and I'm also giving this space because we are supposing this is the ribs on the booklet. What I mean is that I'm going to insert an image. The image is going to be here. Again, I'm not worried about the size right now, and I'm not going to worry about the order, because what I want to do is carefully I want to sorry, I forgot I don't have Kim here. Well, let's try with another one. I just want to show, and I want to practice too. Let's suppose this is the text. And what I want to change is the order, because here you can move the pages, edit them. This is for edit text. Sorry, I have forgotten everything with this. The idea is that you can turn the text well, yes, left or right, because if this were to be a book, you would need to have it in different order. One would be right, well, in one text has to be right, in another to the left. But well, I have forgotten how, and I'm not in the mood right now. I think it's going to be a very short one. I'm having a lot of things in my mind, but at least I'm gonna finish this, because I really want to check 1, 2, 3, 4 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages, 24. This is the advantage of having the master pages. It automatically puts all the new pages I have. And I'm seeing a small difference between these lines. One of the importance of doing dummies is that when you print it, or you will print them, this difference can be necessary, because when you turn the pages down, if you have your printer setting at the regular one or modify it, they're going to move. What I mean, usually when you print in docs or a regular Word text, left, when the other side, when landscape, no sorry, this is landscape, when you have them in regular format, shift to the top, usually software like Word have a slight difference between the left and right margin. Usually the left is closer to the to the board of the page. So you need to be careful with that to make sure that they're all at the same distance from the margins to the other part. I'm going to be a bit tricky. Okay, I'll do that later. I'm just remembering that when I did another dojin, I forgot that this blue line is the printing line and that I already have the bleeding from the comic. That is that I can make this layer bigger because I know the printing area is onto the blue line. So I can just make this. You can see, for example, in this page I have this white because I was thinking on the bleeding from the comic pages, and this is another kind of bleeding. Now it's too big here, too long, but I can always fix the margins again by moving to the master pages, so it's always going to show. I'm not an expert in this again. I'm always learning, especially because when you are in this kind of job as comic, there is always this little problem that you don't always get to find everything you need. Most of the time, when I'm saying everything you need, I'm meaning a publisher. A publisher, of course, they have professional designers that can do all this. You only send the story, of course, draw it. But if you are independent, if you are on the self-publishing thing, you're always going to need to learn a bit about editing, a bit about advertising, social media. I'm terrible in social media, etc. Because it's the only way you can do these things. And well, for me it's easier to put every single page. So you can see I'm following the order of the comic. I always do this even if I have the finished version or the dummy in a piece of paper. It's more comfortable to me because I can see where the story is going. I follow it by logical, but then again, and also because I learned it using texts. But as I said, I had a novella, so I start trying doing the dummies with this software, and it's a text, so you need to see the order of the text. With images, it would be as easy for me just to say, well, I know this is the first page and this is going to be the last page, so it would be just to put, oh, this is 1, this is 23, 24, so I'm going to put here the page 24. This is going to be number 2 and number 23, 20, 22 and page 3, etc. But for me it's easier like this. For example, this should be 4 and page 21. 21 I can't publish it here because it's a public stream, so no, I'm not going to publish it here. 20 same case, 19, 18, 16, let me check. I think 16 I can show it, but let me open it first in another software that you can see, because I don't want to have a legal issue for publishing, for showing something that shouldn't be here. You said page 16, let me check, page 16. No, page 16 isn't either appropriate. I will have to go to at maximum page 12, so let me see, 16, 15, 14, 15, 12. This will be 12. This is 4. And there is 8. And now I have more pages. Oh, sorry, I made the division between 4 and 2. Oh, honey. Oh my god. Sorry, I add more pages than I needed. I'm really distracted. Yeah, it's like 18 pages. I don't want 18 pages. And I'm also hungry. You can see this software is automatically rearranging the pages, so I can just check them. I'm not doing it right now. Oh, actually, yes, I'm doing. I'm really tired today. Okay, it's been half an hour, and again, I'm not in the mood. This week is, well, it hasn't been a terrible week, but I have a lot of things in my head, in my mind, between them that I really should buy my vitamins again, since it seems I'm getting distracted without my vitamins. Oh, I can see there is a message, but I can see the message. Wow, why can I see the message? I know someone wrote something. Oh, what software is this? This is the script. Really, why can't I see the chat? I have to go to the Twitch image to read it. I really need to fix my head, my mind. I have a lot of things in my mind. Okay. Well, I keep going for next week. I'm gonna save the script for next week. I think I'm gonna save it as a new one. keep it next Tuesday. And I haven't decided if I'm going to change the time schedule because morning are usually easier for me, but it seems that most people, for logical reasons, they're at work and school, so it's more difficult for people to see, and therefore it's more difficult to interact with people. Yeah, I probably change the time schedule. I'll put it on my pages. Yeah, honey.
Ya, pero como estaba midiendo la mancha, pues estamos a lo
Okay, again, I forgot what I was saying. Again, I can't see the messages. Why can't I see the messages? What kind of audience I am looking for? Well, I was thinking on youngster people that are starting, but maybe they're not.
¿Qué le pasa? ¿Por qué está aquí? Mami, ¿qué le pasó?
¿Mm?
¿Se cayó? ¿Y por
No, solo es un poquito de señorita ahí. iTunes.
no? Aquí.
Ahí donde está la gacita de los dedos, ¿no? Por eso del cuerpo le pone música. I normally listen and I turn the side of my work screen. Yeah, I sometimes do that when I have time to do it. Well,
Y no le saqué tanta galleta con Leo.
¿de tu caja de galletas?
Pero si en mi casa galleta ya no tenía.
¿Me crees que sí? Well, I have the baby here with my girl hair, so I better finish right now. Okay, I'll see you next week on Tuesday. I don't know. I'm gonna have to think because again, most people are working in the morning. I would think that most people would do the same to have the Twitch streaming playing in another window and only listening. But well, I still need to think about that. Okay, I'm going because housekeeping is also reclaiming my attention. And this little girl. Bye-bye.
Mami, mi déjalo le está calando.
Está grabado.
Ajá.